recorded live in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Trivial Warfare. More than just a pub quiz, Trivial Warfare is your gateway to a worldwide trivia community. Join your hosts, Jonathan.
We just described Ric Flair as Neanderthal Man and Planet of the Apes.
Chris.
Yo, we going down to Sesame Street.
That's your impression of hardcore rap?
Carmela.
That would irritate the hell out. I'm like, I just want my groceries. My ice cream is melting.
Ben.
4 halogens in that list. Oh my God.
You were like, it's not the halogens. I'm like, no, Ben, no.
Those damn halogens got me again.
And the rest of the Trivial Warfare Army for another week of fun and games. Now here's your host, Jonathan Oakes.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Trivial Warfare. We are the podcast that takes the pub quiz out of the pub and brings it home to you. My name is Jonathan, and I am here today with one of my favorite episodes of the year. I'm here with Mr. Ben Young. Hello, Ben.
Merry New Year, Jonathan. I know
Merry
it's late.
New Year. It's late.
I haven't seen you since the New Year.
So, Ben, this is our Black History Month episode.
Yes, it is.
Are you excited?
So excited. I'm pumped.
I'm
so ready
super pumped. We have a fantastic group today. I'm going to introduce all of you, and then I'm going to get to know each of you a little bit better, okay? So, first up, Josh Hill is with us today. Hello, Josh.
Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Ben. Hello, everyone.
Good to see you, my friend.
Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. We have Kenya Hitchens with us. Hello, Kenya.
Hey there. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Bridgette Davis is with us. Hello, Bridgette.
Hi. Happy to be here.
I'm glad you are here. And Zakhia Mendoza is with us. Hello, Zakhia.
Hello.
Hello. All right, let's get to know each of you a little bit better. Josh, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
Sure. I'm Josh Hill. I'm from North Little Rock, Arkansas, originally from a town called Brinkley, which is eastern part of the state. I'm a network engineer. I work on basically making the internet go, ensuring connectivity. A little bit about myself. I'm on the Black History Month episode, so I guess one little hint there. I like tigers, and I try to run as well as I can. Well, really mostly a slow walk or slow jog, but try to stay active.
Outstanding. Are you slow walking from the tigers, or were those two facts related?
If a tiger were chasing me, I'd be sprinting at that
You'd
point.
be a runner. I'd be a dyer. So you're better off than me. All right. Kenya, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
Well, I am originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm currently in Grand Forks, North Dakota, which most people could not point to on a map if their life depended on it, but that's okay. I, of course, love trivia and whatnot. And actually, something fun about myself is that I've managed so far to survive the North Dakota winter and not die. I think I may be the only member of the Black trivia players of North Dakota. I'm not really sure at this point. But anyway, yeah, I mean, with COVID, unfortunately, I haven't gotten to do a lot of the things that I consider to be fun, but I'm hoping 2021 will turn all that around and see a lot more adventures.
You know, the Black Trivia Players of North Dakota is an exclusive club. I mean, I've heard it's hard to get into.
All you have to do is move here.
That's right. All right. Bridgette Davis, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
Hi, I'm Bridgette Davis. I'm from Trinity, Alabama. I work as a sales admin and / executive assistant at a car dealership here in Chattanooga, where I just moved about a month ago. Oh. So, yeah, new to the area. I'm finally able to, be around normal people because I say normal people, I guess people in a populated area that I don't already know from high school. So it's kind of new to me from a really small town. I guess something fun about me regarding that is my dad's a farmer, come from a long line of farmers. So
very cool.
Yeah, moved to the big city.
What is the coolest thing so far about living in the Nougat?
Oh man, it's hard to tell right now because I can't do much. But there's really cool markets and stuff like that, and local food and cool stuff like that. Coffee shops, there's a lot of those. So
All right.
that's about all I can explore so far.
Outstanding. Well, we're glad you're here.
Thanks.
And Zakhia, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
All right. Yes. Hi, I'm Zakhia. I am from the Metro Detroit area, Canton, but I love the D. It's a great city. Something fun about myself. This is interesting. I was on last year's Black History Month episode, and I was very sick. And you can hear that I had like a deep, raspy thing going on.
It was pretty sexy, honestly. It was. I remember that.
Probably the unsexy part of it is I think I had COVID.
Oh.
Looking back, because I was sick for about 6 weeks after that. I had a cough going on. And then my mom came during the episode, to help me out and feed my dog. Then she got sick and she had a fever. She had to go to the emergency room. She couldn't get out of bed and I was sick. And well, what is going on? It can't be COVID. The timeline isn't right. Up until you find out that in January, people in Michigan had COVID. So,
Wow.
So if you want to hear it in action, yeah.
How about that?
Go antibodies.
Darn right.
For the first 4 months, but yeah.
Well, we're super glad you're here, and we're super glad that you're not sick.
Yes, I am not sick.
Absolutely. All right. So, like I said, this is going to be our Black History Month episode. We're going to have a great time, but we're going to get started with Warm It Up, Chris.
It's time to warm it up on Trivial Warfare today. And there's only one person who can warm it up for the TW308, and that's Chris. And sometimes Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan. So I had a Warm It Up Chris I was going to do, but it sucked. So I changed it to this one instead because I think this one's much better. So here we go. I have a list of 30 artists who have won 4 or more Soul Train Music Awards. We're going to have Jonathan play this with.
Oh, no. I'm so screwed.
And I'm going to, this is.
I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it.
It's not as hard as it sounds. So, Jonathan, we're going to start with you. So, name an artist that has won 4 or more Soul Train Music Awards.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye is not on the list. Now, I'm going to give you another chance, though, because I'm going to give you another piece of information.
I thought that was a good answer, y'all. I thought that was a good answer.
All right. So one of the reasons why Marvin Gaye is probably not on this list is because I don't think the music awards started until the 80s. Let me double check that.
Oh,
yeah. 1987 is when the first Soul Train Music Awards were awarded.
Okay. That's a good piece of information right there. Okay. I got you now.
So I'll give you another chance. Take another shot.
Soul Train Music Awards. Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston's on the list. Good job. All right. Bridgette.
I'm going to say Aretha Franklin. She might have had enough after that time.
Aretha Franklin is not on the list.
Okay.
All right, Zakhia, you're next.
So this is a little early for the timeline. I'm still going to go with it anyway. Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Earth, Wind, and Fire is not on the list. Yeah, 1987 is that's what you want to shoot for.
Okay.
All right, Kenya.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey is on the list. By the way, Whitney Houston had 8 Soul Train Music Awards. Mariah Carey has 6.
Wow.
Josh.
Beyonce.
Beyonce is number 1 on this list with 17 Soul Train Music Awards. Jonathan.
Rihanna.
Rihanna is not on the list.
Oh, no.
Probably because Beyonce is number 1 and she's like, nope.
Well, is there only one category in the Soul Train Music Awards?
Well, seeing as Rihanna was the mistress and everything, Beyonce is probably like, no, y'all can't vote for her.
Oh, no.
All right. Bridgette.
Janet Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Janet Jackson is on the list with 9 Soul Train Music Awards. All right, Zakhia.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson is on the list with 10 awards. Kenya.
I don't know if it's going to include rappers or whatnot, but I'll try Missy Elliott.
There are rappers on this list, but Missy Elliott is not one of them.
Okay.
All right, Josh.
Luther Vandross.
Luther is not on the list, unfortunately.
What? Okay.
All right, Jonathan.
Boyz II Men.
Boyz II Men is on the list with 5 awards.
Woo!
Good job. All right, Bridgette.
I'm going to say Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. is on the list with 6.
Nice.
All right, good job. Zakhia.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say Sean Puffy P. Diddy Combs.
There is no version of Sean Puffy P. Diddy Combs on this list. All right, Kenya.
Okay, I feel like I'm struggling right now, but okay, I'm going to ask a really dumb question, but is this going to be all black people?
Let me double check. There's probably one person on here that you may question. These are all minorities for sure.
Well, yeah, minorities, yes, but I was asking like black people.
I would say essentially yes.
Essentially, yes.
And these are some huge names on this list. These are not obscure people. Most of these people are not obscure. Think people who sold a lot of albums, had a lot of music videos.
Prince.
You know, shockingly, Prince is not on this list.
Oh my God.
And what's funny, I just saw Ben's face. He literally felt bad. At that moment in time, he's like, oh, man.
If they started 10 years earlier, Prince would have like 25. All right, Josh.
Stick with rapper theme. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z has 4 awards. Good job. All right, Jonathan.
I'm going to take a shot at the one that you were kind of questioning, saying Pitbull.
Pitbull's not on the list.
All right, it's worth a shot.
Bridgette.
I'm going to go for someone I think should be on the list, just from the early 2000s, Fantasia.
Fantasia's not on the list.
Sad.
Yeah, we're going to do a couple more rounds, but I may have to start giving y'all some clues. Zakhia.
So both people I have in mind are kind of interesting, controversial figures, so I'll just go for it. R. Kelly?
R. Kelly's tied for number 3 on the list with 11. Ugh. Well, I mean, as of this, I don't know if they rescinded them or anything like that, but that's how many he's won. Kenya.
Okay, speaking of controversial people, Kanye West.
Kanye's not on this list.
I wonder if there's got to be like a specific type of music that we're supposed to be shooting for here.
Yeah, this is the let me double check here. Yeah, this is just most awarded artists. So it's across all of their categories.
Then you find out they got like 14 R&B awards each year and only 1 rap award each year.
Yeah, so these are so let me release these off. So the main awards are Album of the Year, Video of the Year, Song of the Year, Songwriters Award, Best New Artist, Rhythm and Bars Award, Best Hip Hop Song, Best R&B Male Artist, Best R&B Female Artist, Best Dance Performance, Best Gospel Inspirational Song, Best Collaboration, and Centric Award.
Okay,
I don't know what that is.
So there are more R&B awards than rap awards, y'all. Just that sounded clear, because you can be an R&B person and win almost all those, but you can only win 1 or 2 of those as a rapper. Whose go is it?
Who do we leave off with?
Me.
What? Say your name.
I'm sorry. This is
okay.
Kenya.
I was like, I can't. All right, sorry. Josh.
You mentioned gospel. I'm gonna take a shot. Kirk Franklin.
Heck on it.
Kirk Franklin has 7 awards.
Nice job.
Yeah, once he said gospel, that's straight where I went.
All right, Jonathan.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown is number 2 on the list with 13.
Zakhia, you gave it to me. When you said, I got 2 controversial names and you went with R. Kelly, I'm like, the other one's Chris Brown.
All right,
my
Bridgette.
Birthday buddy.
There you go, Bridgette.
Well, I was going to say Kirk Franklin, but I'm going to go for another gospel group. I'll say Mary Mary.
Mary Mary's not on the list. This will be the last round, and I'll throw some clues out there. Y'all can work together. All right, Zakhia.
All right, now that Chris Brown was taken from me, this is the only time I'm going to say that.
Yeah, that's the only time. Honestly, you want him to be taken from you. It's not a good look.
I have a list going here, and none of them are particularly good, but I'll just go with her because I like her. Say Toni Braxton.
Ooh.
She has 4 awards. Good job.
Nice.
All right. Kenya?
I'm going to go Babyface.
Babyface is tied for 3rd with 11.
Nice
good
job. That's good thinking. Oh.
All right. Josh?
I'm going to go for the one that you're questioning. Are they black or not? Jennifer Lopez.
Good one.
She is not on the list.
Oh, okay. Gosh.
All right. Anybody else got any guesses they want to throw out there?
Usher.
Bruno Mars.
All right. I heard Usher first. He has 9. Bruno Mars is the one I was questioning. He's on the list. He has 9 also.
That's the one I was asking about when I said if they're all black, because he's Hawaiian, Filipino.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. That's why I said people of color, because he definitely got color.
Yep.
Is there any mix of like Belle Biv DeVoe or Casey and JoJo on there?
There is one group on here. There is a group on here.
Blackstreet.
Nope.
New Edition.
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. We should have got that.
Usher had a duet partner back in the 2000s. Started
Alicia
when
Keys.
we were
Yeah.
young. Yeah, yeah. Alicia Keys. So this is the queen of R&B in the 90s.
And it's not Mary J. Blige?
No way.
Anita Baker.
Anita Baker. I heard somebody kind of protest. Well, Barry was better. I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm just saying, listen to both of them live, and the difference will be obvious.
Y'all got to know Ben loves him some Anita Baker, y'all. Yeah, it's not going to be a fair argument.
She's just a better singer. So here's the rest of the list. You have the sexiest man alive, John Legend. You have Erykah Badu.
My birthday buddy.
Oh,
one of my favorite artists of all time, Maxwell, has 6. One of the greatest plagiarized hip hop albums of all time, Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Married Russell Wilson. You have Sierra. There's another group on here that I missed. It was TLC.
Yeah.
Man, how did we not get that?
That's a big one.
There's an artist named Her. I've not heard of her.
Oh, yeah, that's really recent.
Yeah, she's new.
Lil Wayne is on here. Pharrell Williams. And the last 3 are the Isley Brothers with 4. Jamie Foxx has 4. And Drake has 4. So that is your warm it up, Chris, question of the round.
Jamie Foxx is like 2 songs.
He might have got for best video stuff though, like being in other people's videos.
The slow jams was a massive.
He did slow jams, and he did guest on a number of other songs. So maybe that's it.
Blame It. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that. Yep. That's your warm it up, Chris, question of the episode, Jonathan.
All right. So this is going to be episode number 308. This is our Black History Month episode. Welcome, everybody who's listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you want more shows like this one, be sure to head over to Patreon at trivialwarfarearmy.com. You can sign up for $5 a month as a sergeant or above and listen to 200 plus episodes that you cannot hear anywhere else. We put out episodes every week. If you're not at trivialwarfarearmy.com, you are missing out. So today's game. It is going to be Josh and Bridgette versus Zakhia and Kenya. Ben is hosting, and it's time to play the game.
Players. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. This is Mr. Literature himself, cordially inviting you to the game. This is 6 rounds of trivia goodness. 3 questions per round. Every right answer gets you 10 points. In the middle, we'll take a pause for the cause and ask a midpoint question worth up to 20 juicy points. After round 6, you can wager any or all those points you've been building up and take a shot at the final round. It's a series of theme-based questions we call the Gauntlet. It's just that easy, baby. But this game ain't gonna play itself, players. Let's get it on.
All right, Ben, take it away.
Round 1, question 1. Your category is In Memoriam. What actor who recently passed away at the age of 62 played characters named Zeus, Debo, and President Lindbergh?
We're locked in.
I have seen this, and I've seen the movie, of course, and the only name that kind of popped in my mind was Little, and I couldn't really think of anything else. So, yeah, we're locked in with Little.
Okay. Kenya, Zakhia?
It's definitely Tiny Lister.
Correct answer is Tiny Lister.
That's so close.
Tiny, Little, association.
Yeah, that's where you were. He's been in so many things I think people don't realize.
I remember No Holds Barred. Remember No Holds Barred? He was the bad guy. Man. He was Zeus.
Oh, it's terrific. So good. Question number 2 in the round. Your category is Ben wants you to murder a hit. Okay, so I want you to sing any of the lyrics to this 2018 mega hit, which spent 10 weeks at number 1. All right, 2018 spent 10 weeks at number 1.
That's a legit mega hit. I'm down with. All right.
This is Jonathan.
I'm
if
with
there
you.
was ever a mega hit, this is it.
This is it. This is the hit.
All right. Here's your lyrics. I buy you champagne, but you love some Henny from the block like you, Jenny. I know you're special, girl, because I know too many. Yeah. The it's not part of the lyrics.
I wish you'd have told me to give you a beat.
Oh, no, I'm good. Like was it a samba or bossa? I don't even know what that would be, but.
Are you going to repeat that?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Sorry about that. I buy you champagne, but you love some Henny from the block like you, Jenny. I know you special, girl, 'cause I know too many.
And we have to give you a lyric from this song?
You can sing any part of the song.
Can they sing the part that you
2018?
gave them the words to?
2018. Well, chorus. Give me part of the chorus.
We're gonna lock in.
Kenya and Zakhia.
Yeah, we're kind of struggling.
Yeah. All right. 2018, 10 weeks at number 1. And Kenya, you were thinking 24 karat magic. But like I sent to you in the message, I don't know if Ben is going to give Bruno the black pass on this one.
Right. That's kind of where our struggle is right now. It's like, would he put this in this?
He put it in the warm up. Well, Ben didn't put it in the warming up. Soul Train put it in the warming up. I don't know if Ben has the same selection criteria, though. The year is right.
The year is right, and I don't think we have anything better.
But I mean, I can sing like 24 karat magic.
I mean, it just nothing else is coming to me that's like a hit on that level that would spend like 10 weeks at number 1. That's the only thing that's coming to mind. And I'm not saying it's right.
Oh,
I'm just saying I don't have anything better. Oh, yeah.
Wait. That's what I like. That wait. I feel like is there?
You talking about that Cardi B song?
No. The Bruno Mars one. That's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you. That's what I like. That's what I like. The champagne. Does he mention champagne in that?
I don't know the song. I hate to dump it on you, but I'm going to say you sing what you feel your heart is. Fill in your heart is the right answer.
Okay. Well, lock in for giving Bruno the black pass. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
All right, we're locked in with that. That was pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Josh and Bridget.
You want to start together from the first part of the course?
Yeah. All right.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Kiki,
are you ready?
love me?
Oh,
Do you love me?
So you'll never ever leave from beside me.
Oh my God, I
Because I
forgot
want
about
you.
that.
And I need you. Yeah.
For you always.
Yeah,
So,
Josh came in clutch with that because I couldn't remember the name of the song.
I do this category every show that I host, and I think I'm going to have other people sing moving forward. This is terrific.
I love it. I love it, Ben.
Just crowd participation. I did omit the first part of this verse because I thought it would make it too easy. The first part of this verse was Trap Money Benny. I didn't know if that would be a Pavlov or not. Zakhia's nodding her head saying yes. So that was me being evil. That's the Ravenclaw in me. The song is In My Feelings. Good job. I had to stop listening to the radio altogether because of That's What I Like, because my 3-year-old at the time would get in the car and talk about waking up with no jammies. I'm like, nope. Also, I want to run off this is an incomplete list of people that I put in the black category in addition to Bruno Mars. Bobby Caldwell, who sings what's that song? What you won't do for love.
Yeah, Bobby Caldwell is honorary black.
Yes, he's honorary black. Michael McDonald.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's a good one.
Eminem for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Stansfield. I did a question on her a couple episodes ago. Obviously, Little Dicky. I mean, Gary Owen. And John B. Like I said, that's an incomplete list. There are more people that I didn't want to put on here because they may or may not be featured in future questions on this episode. But so there you go. All right. So great job there. I love the singing, even though not both answers were not correct. Everybody gets 1,000 cool points. All right, your last question in the round.
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait,
I got to add a new category for the scoring.
You say both answers were not correct?
Both. I said not. Your answer was correct.
Okay.
Answer is MIP.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I got tongue twisted there.
Phrasing.
Not everyone got the right answer. All right, so your last category in the round is in dance craze. Popularized by the 1923 musical Runnin' Wild, what 1920s dance is believed to have started in South Carolina?
We're locked in.
All right. Zakhia, since you were so emphatic, I'll let your team start first.
It's the Charleston. You guys can't see me dancing.
What I love is that she did a
see
dance that is not the Charleston to answer the Charleston.
The Charleston. Oh, was that the Carlton or the Charleston? I don't know. All right. Josh and Bridget, what did you say?
Yeah, we said Charleston pretty much immediately.
All right. Correct answer is the Charleston. Good job, everyone.
And at the end of the first round, the score is 20-20.
Your second round begins with a question in sports. Who is the reigning 3-time NBA scoring champion, who has also won league MVP and was recently granted his request to be traded?
Now I got Bruno Mars stuck in my head. That's not awful, to be honest with you. There could be worse.
I have an image of someone doing the Charleston, so that's what I like. It's a very fast Charleston.
Heck yeah.
All right, we're going to lock in.
Kenya and Zakhia?
Okay, so I think it might be James Harden. Not because I'm particularly good with like sports, but I feel like I've heard a lot about him lately and where he could go. So, and I know he's a fairly decent player, and my husband loves his beard. So, those are my thoughts.
I don't follow basketball at all, so I have no thoughts.
Yes, are you comfortable going with my thoughts?
I'm comfortable trusting you, yes.
Okay. So, I think we'll lock in with James Harden.
Josh and Bridget?
Because same logic. There was a lot of drama from people down in the H about how he didn't win any titles. I don't even know if they made the finals with him there, and saying he didn't give his all to the city or stuff like that. He's chasing the ring, et cetera, et cetera. And Bridget agreed, but we both went with James Harden.
Yes, it is the beard himself, James Harden. Good job.
Nice job.
Zakhia, you celebrated silently a minute ago. Come on. Nobody knows you're celebrating.
Okay. Got you. I'm not on mute, but I'm muting myself.
I noticed.
I will not scream inside my heart. I will scream out loud.
There has been, for you all listening, there has been a significant amount of dancing on this episode already, but you didn't hear any of it.
Zakhia is like the pixie from Inside Out. Like she's the happy emotion like all the time.
Yeah, you know what? I see that.
Your second question in this round is in literature.
Literature.
Name the controversial poet who authored My House is Divided into Two Sections before launching her current career as an English professor. And for 2 bonus points, what hit 1980 song included this poet's name in its lyrics, along with Bach and Shakespeare, just to name a few?
And shout out to the bonus brigade for the 2-point bonus.
And Ben, you're identifying this person as a poet.
That's their primary claim to fame, if you will.
Okay.
I could say her primary claim to fame because I said her in the question.
Do you want to lock in, Zakhia?
With what I just said?
Yes, I think that's good.
Oh, okay. Then we'll lock in with that.
Okay, we're locking in.
Josh and Bridget?
Oh, since we'll go off chat. So my thinking, before we came over, we were saying maybe it's either Maya Angelou or Nikki Giovanni, or I think there's a poet named Toure or something. Mm-hmm. But the way the question was worded, and Bridget, I think you probably agree, it seems as if A, they're controversial, but B, it sounded like they're still alive.
Right.
And so that made me rule out Maya Angelou. And beyond that, I couldn't come up with anyone else. You mentioned Nikki Giovanni.
And the only reason I thought of Nikki Giovanni is because of Tina Marie's song Square Biz, where she's like Shakespeare, Maya Angelou, and Nikki Giovanni, just to name a few. But I don't think she mentions Bach. But that's the only reason I have any, thunder about that, which I still don't know if it applies. So I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. Oh, wait. In Square Biz, she does say Bach. Johann Sebastian Bach, Shakespeare, Maya Angelou, and Nikki Giovanni, just to name a few. That might be it. I mean, it's there, so I think that's 1980s song. Could be a hit.
But is it Maya Angelou or Nikki Giovanni? Yeah, and Maya Angelou is a native Arkansan. If it is Maya Angelou, I would like to think I would have heard of it, that particular poem. And so I don't think it's Maya Angelou. If it is, then I've got to take this sweater off. So I say let's go with Nikki Giovanni.
Yeah.
Got to be honest, I'm hoping it's not now.
Giovanni.
Because he wants you to
keep your sweater on, dude.
What's your answer for the bonus?
For the bonus, you had it.
What was the bonus?
What hit 1980 song included this first name in the lyrics?
Square Biz.
All right. So you're locking in with Nikki Giovanni and Square Biz?
Yes.
And Zakhia and Kenya.
So, Kenya, we didn't even talk about the bonus, did we?
Yeah, we completely forgot to talk about the bonus. We just left that entire. I got so excited about, oh my God, yes, that's the answer that we just, yeah, don't listen to me.
So the answer that we came up with is also Nikki Giovanni, because I think she's a poet. She's definitely still alive. I didn't know if she was a professor or not, but that makes sense. And I didn't think of, I'm talking square biz to you, baby.
Square biz. Love that song. So happy it came up.
I didn't think of that, but I did think she's got a very musical name, like Giovanni. And so, yeah.
Yeah, and Rip Tina Marie, also honorary Black.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't list her because
earlier,
I knew she was coming up. Yeah.
So, yeah, we locked in with Nikki Giovanni. No bonus.
All right, so the controversial poet is Nikki Giovanni, and Bridgette absolutely nailed those lyrics. It is Square Biz.
Great job.
Yeah, you can't have a career when you're dead. So yeah, Maya Angelou, you can eliminate that pretty much off of that.
I'm gonna make a point of order here. So we didn't mention a bonus until you prompted us, and they had locked in before that prompt, and we were given a chance to correct ourselves. So I think in the interest of fairness, they knew the song. If they, on the honor system, if they would have been able to get Square Biz, that, maybe we should let them have the bonus points as well.
Yeah, because I also completely forgot the bonus until we were prompted.
Jonathan, I think that's fair.
It's up to you. You're the host.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if I would have come up with it. Zakhia, would you, I guess is the question.
Maybe. I don't know. The minute she said Square Biz, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Right, but
so, Ben, I wouldn't give it for a maybe.
No, we're going to take it off. There wasn't equal opportunity there. So I'm going to take the 2 points off, but that's okay. There's going to be more bonus opportunities coming later in the show.
We apologize.
Bonus Brigade.
The bonus brigade is upset, y'all. There's two things I know about them. They hate Nick Groves, and they're upset about this. That's the two things I know about this.
Well, I mean, Bridgette did mention Square Biz when she was given the description of the answer.
Yeah, I think that Ben's right. Removing the bonus altogether is probably the right way to go. Just because there's no good way to know whether they would have gotten it, and the prompt did kind of lead you guys to get it. Not that you wouldn't have gotten it, but it's the only reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where we both definitely know the song, and but it just did not come up.
Yeah. The prompt is the problem, not whether or not you would have known it.
Yeah.
Ravenclaw's going to steal those 2 points, so don't worry about it.
Ravenclaw.
Your last question in the second round is in history. On February 1st, 1960, 4 black students began a months-long sit-in at the Woolworth's lunch counter in what state? And for 2 bonus points, what HBCU did the students attend?
Oh, that's good.
We're locked in.
All right. Kenya and Zakhia.
Zakhia, what are you thinking?
I like what you just messaged to me. My knee jerk was Alabama, but you said North Carolina, and that makes more sense. I'm with you. I know what the image looks like.
Right. I've seen that image many times.
And Greensboro sounds good. And if we're talking HBCUs, I'm thinking if they haven't left the state, North Carolina makes more sense than Alabama does, in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I heard the question, like Greensboro, North Carolina popped into my head, and I don't know why. It's like, that was my Pavlov, and I'm hoping it's a correct Pavlov. But yeah, if the state is North Carolina, then, I'm sorry, what college did you think it was?
Oh, I didn't think of their particular college. I was just thinking of like where HBCUs are located. And I feel like North Carolina makes more sense than Alabama does.
I don't know what HBCUs are in North Carolina, though.
Same. So let's purposely not take a stab at the bonus this time, if we don't know. But I'm with you. I'm okay with going with North Carolina because I like that your knee-jerk thunder had some specificity to it. I like that you like Greensboro. That's strong. It's just stronger than my it could be Alabama. So
I'm hoping it's not a misassociated Pavlov, but that's what came to mind. So
yeah, I like it. I like the specificity. Yes. So we can lock in with North Carolina. And did you want to guess at the bonus?
I have no idea what it would be. I really don't. I just don't know the schools out there.
I just know the HBCUs that are have been in movies or family members have attended.
Right, exactly.
So for me, I don't know any in North Carolina. So
okay.
All right. So lock in with North Carolina?
Yep.
All right. Josh and Bridgette.
Okay, so we're going to start with the bonus this time so we don't forget. So the bonus is North Carolina A&T University, which is actually the largest HBCU by enrollment in the country. And it is in Greensboro, North Carolina, where the Woolworth sit-in was. So North Carolina and North Carolina A&T.
All right. The sit-in did take place in Greensboro, North Carolina, and the college that the students attended was North Carolina A&T. So great job.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Thank you, brain.
Round.
So Zakhia mentioned something called knee-jerk thunder. And I'm like, what does that sound like? Like, meow? Meow? Also, I want to nominate Knee-Jerk Thunder as the leading candidate for the title of this episode.
Oh, let me take a note. At the end of the second round, the score is 52-50. Bridgette and Josh have taken a lead.
Thanks, Bonus Brigade.
Woo.
We avenged you.
Right? You're their favorites.
Oh, it's funny. Okay, your third round begins with a question in music beefs. The late 1990s gave birth to a massive rivalry between what two Louisiana-based record companies?
Can't unlock my phone. We are locked in.
All right. Josh and Bridgette?
Yeah, this was all Josh.
So I grew up, 90s rap is like the little bit of pop culture I'm halfway decent at. But yeah, definitely growing up, it was either Team Cash Money or Team No Limit. A lot of people like both. I like both. I was definitely Team Cash Money. Juvenile was my favorite. But the Hot Boys album was epic with, BG, Lil Wayne, and Turk. And of course, Juvenile. But, No Limit, they got some jams too. Silk the Shocker, Mystical, Master P. Make them say, I mean, that's just classic. This ain't no mother bleeping P. So it's Cash Money Records and No Limit Records.
Kenya and Zakhia?
Now, being that I was born and raised in New Orleans, I would be shot. I would be ostracized if I got this question wrong. It was immediately no, this is No Limit and Cash Money. I mean, Lil Wayne went to my high school for a little bit, so it's one of those. And yeah, I mean, what Josh said was complete, totally on point. Just the other day, I was listening to Ha by Juvenile, if you remember that one from '99, and just telling my fiance, because I have to educate him in Black culture, and I was telling him about how when they do all those video shoots in New Orleans, they didn't have to pay a bunch of people. They just tell people, hey, we're shooting over, in the 9, we're shooting over at the Calio or whatever. And a whole bunch of people would just show up, with their little Daisy Dukes or whatever on and and just show up to just dance and party. So yeah, definitely Cash Money and No Limit.
Correct answer is No Limit and Cash Money. So many things I want to say. To your reference, Kenya, I have to do this. You a paper chaser. You got the block on fire, remaining the G until the moment you expire. You know what it is. I had to go there.
I'm going to go to Spotify as soon as this episode's over.
Yeah,
So
H.A. by Juvenile. You got to look it up.
you have to. That was you that ran out your shoes last night. Like, how you just gonna put a lyric like you ran out your shoes? So
You switch your Nikes to Reeboks, huh?
So one of the ideas I have for Warm It Up Chris was to name all of the locales from the Masterpiece song How You Do That There. But then as I read the lyrics, he basically named every state in the union. So I'm like, no, we're just gonna scratch that.
He's a freaking animaniac. Y'all didn't even know.
He named every city in Louisiana and then every state in the union.
You could do
Oregon,
every
California,
city.
Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, all of them.
Utah.
Oh, Utah? All of them.
Every city in Ludacris's area codes. I think that would be a pretty good one. That narrows it down a little bit.
That's solid.
804. 402. I'm like 402. That's Omaha, Nebraska. Come on, man.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
And I'm going to study it.
It's gonna be on a future episode. Your second question round is in Televisiones. As of season set. Whoa, Steven. I said Steven. As of season 7 of the TV show Blackish, how many children do Andre and Rainbow Johnson have?
We're going to lock in.
Okay.
So my mom is going to be so mad because she loves Blackish.
The problem is that this is on my list of shows. I was like, oh yeah, when I didn't have time to watch TV, this is on my list of shows to go back and watch, and I haven't gotten there yet. So,
But I think we can get back into this, right?
Yeah.
So they have the girl who has her spinoff, Yara Shahidi, her show Grownish. So that's one of the children.
Mm-hmm.
There is a little girl who is like the Rudy Huxtable of the show. She's like cute and sassy, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And there is a older boy that's one of her children, because I just saw the COVID clip where she's giving him a lecture about how it's supposed to be safe because she's a doctor and she's scared. Right. So that's one of their children. And I believe that there might be a baby. They might have done a Family Ties situation.
The thing is, because he said as of season 7, which makes me think just like Fresh Prince and all that, it makes me think that a baby came along the way.
Yeah. So I'm with you. I think there's at least 3. I wonder if there's another little boy that we're missing. So that's why I was it's either 4 or 5.
The thing is, I thought that there were 3, and again, I have not seen the show. I've only seen clips and things like that. But I thought that there were 3, and then with him saying the season 7 thing and knowing how shows have a tendency to introduce a little baby along the way, that made me think it was 4.
Yeah, I'm okay with 4. There were at least 3 children to start.
Yes,
so
definitely.
And with the addition, as of season 7. So yeah, there's part of me that thinks that I hear that she said, I have 5 children. But
I can't override you on this because you have at least a little more knowledge of the show than I do. Mine is just an educated guess.
Yeah, the math tells me 4. There's a little inkling that's leaning me toward 5, but let's just go with 4. Lock in on 4.
Josh and Bridget?
Yeah, we locked in with 5. So starting off, I've watched episodes here and there and kind of caught it while my mom was watching it, And so start off with 4. And then Zakhia, I think you mentioned they have a tendency to introduce little babies along the way, which is exactly what they did. And so I'm more familiar with it from following the stars of the show on Instagram, Tracy Ellis Ross and, the Yara Shahidi. So yeah, we said 5.
Zoe, Junior, Jack, Diane, and the baby's Devontae. 5.
You got a Jack and Diane?
Zoe. Their children are Zoe, Junior, Jack, Diane, and Devontae. It is 5 children.
Wow. That was your gut. I didn't want to override your gut.
No, it's fine. I didn't listen to my own knee-jerk thunder. So
You got to listen to those meows.
I noticed for the first time, maybe, Bridgette, I noticed that your Southern accent finally made an appearance.
Oh.
So, yeah. I thought exactly. So, I think it's 5.
Yeah, if I was around all of my friends from home and family, he'd be like, "Who is this person?"
Oh man,
I love it. You don't have to hide that here. I grew up in Georgia. Come on.
Oh yeah.
When I go back home to Alabama, oh man, it's bad.
Yeah, the
Who that
band
over
start
there?
playing.
Hey, what are people like? What you on? Wait, I ain't got none.
The thing is that I've never had an accent. I've never had a New Orleans accent. My whole family does. It's a mystery. But when I'm around them, I affect a weird kind of an accent to where like people from home say you don't sound like you're from there. But then people not from home are like, why are you talking like that?
That's funny.
you guys are really lucky that like I don't go into my thing because it's you guys all have this Southern charm. It's very light and like when like the Michigan stuff is disgusting.
Really? I don't know what a Michigan accent sounds like.
The car in the bar.
It's very nasal. It's not like New York nasal, but like I do this thing. I heard this woman shouting at her child in a Target parking lot. Like, don't you, you're going to make me so mad.
Oh my God.
Well, that's how they talk here.
Think of the guys that say the Bears. That's your Midwest, North Midwestern. not talk today, Midwestern. We're just going to go to the next question.
There you go. Okay.
Your last question for the midpoint is in literature.
Literature.
Who was the author of the play A Raisin in the Sun?
Locked in.
All right. Josh and Bridgette?
Josh, I was having a very hard time, so I'm glad you came up with something.
This one is Lorraine Hansberry.
Okay, you locking in?
Locking in.
All right. King is
That's
key.
all he said. Yeah, we also locked in with Lorraine Hansberry.
Correct answer is Lorraine Hansberry. Good job, both teams.
Nice. How did y'all know that? Both teams like immediately.
I think it's just something you know.
Yeah. It comes from a Langston Hughes poem that Tidal does. Was it Dream Deferred? Was it Weather Like a Raisin in the Sun or something like that? So,
Right. That's where the title comes from. Mm-hmm.
At the end of the third round, the score is 82-70. Bridgette and Josh have extended their lead a little bit.
Okay. Your midpoint category is in music.
Music.
Quincy Jones co-wrote and produced Secret Garden, which reached #1 on the Black Singles Chart in 1990. For 5 points each, name the 4 lead singers featured in this song.
What was the year? Did you mention a year?
It was 1990.
Oh gosh, I didn't know it was that funny.
No.
Whatever it was, it's probably going to become the show title.
It would be a long title if that's the case.
Well, we've had some long ones.
Okay, so we're going to say a no on that one. Oh my God. My partner's funny, y'all.
Oh, we know.
If you want me to come up with a fourth answer, you gotta stop making me laugh.
Okay. Ooh. Right.
And this was, you said 1990, right?
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to lock in.
Okay. I can't wait to hear this.
Oh man.
So can we start?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So right off the bat, we agreed on Barry White. We were like, yeah, definitely Barry White's on that joint. And then we both messaged each other at the same time going, Johnny Gill, maybe. Exactly that same phrase at the same time. So we were kind of good there. She thinks El DeBarge, and I think that's a reasonable guess. But then we were struggling to get to who the last one was. And I made the mistake of saying Keith Sweat. And she was like, I hate Keith Sweat and would know his whining voice anywhere. I have Keith Sweat stories.
She has Keith Sweat stories.
And I was, oh my God.
I hate Keith Sweat. I hate him. No. Hate is a strong word. I don't hate anybody, but I strongly dislike him because my dad was obsessed with Keith Sweat. Like, I remember it was like 1998, the nobody, that, no. And then he bought this CD and we were driving from Cleveland to Atlanta, which is roughly like a 13-hour drive. It's a long drive. And my dad is known for repeating the same CDs over and over again.
Oh, God.
13 hours.
The one CD he had picked out for a 13-hour drive from Cleveland, Ohio to Atlanta, Georgia was Keith Sweat. My mom and I were like, no, we're not doing this. We found it and we hid it in the car so he would have to pick something else. It ended up being like some Richard Pryor comedy or something. So that worked out okay. But yeah, I hate Keith Sweat. Yeah, I would know his whining voice everywhere, anywhere and everywhere.
And they had the nerve to give him a radio show.
I didn't even know.
He has a radio show?
Well, I think he used to, right? And women would call in asking for advice, and they'd preface it with being like, I just love you so much, Keith Sweat. If it doesn't work out with my husband, just call me. And then they would ask him for relationship advice. I'm like, okay, this is weird.
That's the Sweat Hotel. That was the name of the show.
Oh, that is awful.
That is awful.
Oh my God.
Right next to the Bush Hotel.
I do like Make It Last Forever, but I think I like it because of the woman.
I do love that Zakhia's like, not only do I hate Keith Sweat, but my mom hates Keith Sweat.
Mama hate him.
She does. So once we jumped off the Keith Sweat train and focused
very quickly,
I suggested maybe Gerald Levert. I think his voice is a little too distinctive, but this seems like the type of song he would do.
Yeah, he definitely fits with the whole Quincy Jones and the rest of the assortment thing. Like, he fits. It's just, I just can't hear whoever that last voice is in my head. And so it's like he fits, but I don't know if he's right. Yeah,
because Barry White in the beginning, he does the like the talking, that thing. And DeBarge does the, think I'm gonna take care of you. If you think I don't like what you do, shout, you're right. I think that's Elder Barge. And then the I think that's
Johnny Girls.
And I can't pick out a fourth voice, so that makes me less inclined to say it's Gerald Levert.
It's not like someone like an I'll Be Sure or anything like that.
Yeah, that's around the right time. I don't know if they would put two light-skinned dudes in a song like that, but
oh no!
He's less distinctive than Gerald Levert, so I might be inclined to lean more toward I'll Be Sure! Exclamation point.
You know what? Let's just do it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're done.
So what are the answers?
Our answers are Barry White, Johnny Gill, El DeBarge, and I'll Be Sure.
Okay. Josh and Bridget.
Neither one of us has ever heard this song.
No. Oh,
yeah,
no.
We're throwing shots in the dark right now. So
Bridget,
we start off.
You need to listen to this on Spotify immediately.
Okay. I'll make a playlist after this.
Yes.
Why didn't you say that to Josh, dude?
Well,
he's like, Josh lost
doesn't have an
cause.
excuse. He was born when this song came out. Bridget wasn't. He doesn't have an excuse.
Yeah.
I was
So
7.
we started off with Michael Jackson, just 90s, just throwing that out there. And then the only other names we kind of came up with were Whitney and Mariah and Toni Braxton. So we figured he wouldn't be on a song with all of them that we would have heard of. So we ended up going with Whitney, Mariah, Toni, and Janet. And that's our answer.
guys have truly never heard this song.
When you started talking about Gerald Levert might be, I was like, we're so off.
Let's put our zero down. And
So, Josh and Bridget, unfortunately, your answer desperately needs Y chromosomes in it. I have Keith Sweat Stories, I think is a pretty good show title. I don't know if it's better than Use Your Thunder.
I have it written down.
Yeah, I have found on the side. Not only, Zakhia, does this song have 2 light-skinned dudes in it, it has 3 light-skinned dudes in it. So Barry White actually does the last verse. He brings up the rear. The first verse is done by Al B. Sure. I want to reach my know your deepest feeling. The second verse then comes in that the woo, that voice is actually James Ingram. I know a melody that we can sing together. And he does a big thing at the end. Third verse is El DeBarge. And then Barry White brings up the rear. So your 4 singers are Al B. Sure, James Ingram, El DeBarge, and Barry White.
Not bad.
So you got 15 there. Unfortunately, you didn't have any Y chromosomes in your answer, Josh. Now, I also will say that Scott Barber and I have an agreement that the next time we're together, we're going to go to karaoke and we're going to sing this song. Scott is going to be Al B. Sure and El DeBarge, and I'm going to do James Ingram and Barry White. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
Bro, y'all need to just get 2 more dudes.
No, it's going to be
y'all should do a foursome.
We could totally handle this. We got to cover.
All right.
Plus, how many other of our friends? How many other of our friends have even heard this song before? I mean,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Now,
I haven't heard it.
So, for those not familiar with Keith Sweat is like the Barry Manilow of the Black community. Like you have most people hate him, but there's a small group of people who are dedicated, loyal fans, and no one understands why.
It's a very accurate depiction.
Yeah, he's.
My dad is one of them.
Yeah, so that's who Keith Sweat is. He's a Black Barry Manilow.
So that's a pretty good show too. Honestly, the Black Barry Manilow is great. This midpoint from a scoring perspective is massive. So with a 15-point addition, Kenya and Zakhia have taken a lead. It is now 85-82.
Oof.
All right, that's the end of the first half of today's show. Before we go on to the second half, I want to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Sporkle. Sporkle has an awesome trivia hunt coming up on February 13th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So the way this works is if you're the first person to solve 25 multi-layered trivia questions correctly at the time, you win $1,000. You can use reference materials, you can use whatever you want, but you can only submit once. If you get any question wrong, you're ineligible for the prize. There is also a prize for the person who submits closest to the average of all submissions, so the average time. So it's essentially a random $100 prize depending on who submitted right there in the middle. The first trivia hunt was in January, and the winning team took 18 minutes. This is a lot of fun. You can do this with friends. You can do this with family. It's going to be a great time. Use the promo code TWA for $2 off of your $25 team entry. And you can go to is.gd/trivia hunt by Sporkle. I'm going to paste the link in the show or in the show documents here. I'm also going to paste this on our Facebook group. But you can go to is.gd/trivia hunt by Sporkle. No spaces. Make sure you look in your podcast app or in our Facebook group to get the links to make it easy for you. Highly encourage you to give this a try. It's time to get your team together and get ready for a great time solving trivia questions on February 13th with Trivia Hunt by Sporkle. Also, I'd like to let you know that today's show is sponsored by Water Cooler Trivia. Water Cooler Trivia is a long-time sponsor of Trivial Warfare. We really appreciate them. You can check them out at watercoolertrivia.com. Water Cooler Trivia is a weekly trivia game that you can play at work. You can play with your friends. You can create groups of people. One of the great things about it is you can play it on your time. It's a weekly trivia contest for teams. That can be work teams. That can be any kind of teams. It's very customizable. It's low stakes. You do it through email, or you can do it through Slack, or you can do it through their new Teams app. In today's times when we're all working remotely and
and people are looking for new ways to connect. A weekly trivia contest like this can help spark community, conversation, and just give you something to do together. Water cooler trivia is finding its way into corporate organizations across the country. Bain & Company, Lyft, Novartis, Nike, Medtronic. Those are just a few of the companies that Water Cooler Trivia does games for. You can set the difficulty, you can choose the categories, you can choose the date, you can even ask for a personalized category each week that's specific to you, and they will write questions. You can get started in under 20 seconds, and once you've signed up, you'll receive a join link to send to your coworkers. Go to watercoolertrivia.com/warfare, and you'll get 4 weeks completely free. No credit cards required. Watercoolertrivia.com/warfare for 4 weeks completely free. You can give it a try and see how much you like it. This is an awesome way to stay connected to your work teams or just groups of people that you love spending time with. Go give it a try. Watercoolertrivia.com/warfare. All right, let's get on with the second half of today's game.
The theme of your fourth round is Ben is Black History too, damn it. Your first question this round is the 78 Pistons.
Oh my.
This question isn't about the Pistons, but it is about the year I was born at what Detroit hospital, named after an American pioneer.
Somehow I think Zakhia's team has an advantage on this question.
We'll see.
So here's the thing. My answer is based on American pioneer, but your answer is based on geography. And he is an American pioneer, even if he's little off now, but he is an American pioneer. So I'm kind of liking your answer better.
Oh, my answer of Ben Carson?
I'm actually thinking, Ben Carson is from Detroit.
Yours. Yeah.
Oh, that was my answer too? I'm
sorry.
Yours. Sorry.
Did you forget your own answer, Kenya?
I said two answers apparently. And then I adopted the second one and assumed the first one was hers. So anyways, so here's the thing. It's like, so I'm thinking of two Benjamins, right? There's Benjamin Banneker, who was, definitely an American pioneer. And so that fits that part of the question. But then if you think about Carson, he's from Detroit. And then, he is a pioneer in terms of like brain surgery. And so he's one of those people where when I was in grade school, we learned about this guy way before the current administration or anything like that. We learned about this guy during Black History Month. And so he was framed at that time as a pioneer. So he fits, and he's from Detroit. So I'm kind of leaning more towards Carson than Banneker.
So here's the tea, though.
Yes.
I was also born in Detroit.
Yes.
At a hospital that doesn't exist anymore. Mm-hmm. And I feel like almost all the hospitals in Detroit have changed names at one point. So everything I know, I don't think was the same in 1978. Because right now there's Harper, there's Hutzel, and I don't know who Harper and Hutzel are. And then there are other like Sinai Grace, so like normal hospital names.
Yeah.
And Detroit Medical Center, Henry Ford, where my son was born. And Henry Ford's a pioneer, but he's not.
It ain't Henry Ford.
Right. But I'm thinking about the category name, right? Like Ben is Black History too, or something like that?
Yeah, right? Ben is Black History too. And then he said, that's why I'm thinking Benjamin Banneker, Ben Carson, because I'm thinking this is a Ben.
Oh, right. But Benjamin Banneker, I don't think is from Detroit.
No. He's East Coast. He's New England.
Yeah. So we can go with Ben Carson. He's from Detroit. He's got the pioneering thing.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a Ben Carson hospital. If there is, it's likely changed names.
The one other plus with that is that he is by training and by nature a surgeon. So that also fits with a hospital.
Yeah. So, so Ben Carson did his pioneering in surgery before 1978, right?
I remember learning about him in the 80s. I don't know. He might have done his pioneering in the 80s. I think it's the best we've got.
All right. Lock in Ben Carson.
All right. Josh and Bridget?
Sure. So I know there was a pioneer that founded either Chicago or Detroit. I forget which, but his name was Deuce Sabla, and he was black. And I don't remember which one of the cities he was crucial in founding. And so I couldn't come up with the other one that founded the other. And so we just locked in with Deuce Sabla, and I hope I'm not embarrassed.
Okay. So 10 points are going to go to Ravenclaw here. The theme, Ben, is Black History too, damn it. It's about me. I'm Black History.
These are questions about Ben.
These are questions. All three of these questions are about me.
I heard that too. I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Zakhia, where was your son born?
Henry Ford Hospital.
And I think that Henry Ford would classify as an American pioneer 100%. Answer is Henry Ford.
But he ain't black, man.
I'm black. I was born
honorary. He ain't even honorary black, Ben. Come on, man.
He's not even close to honorary black. No.
I am.
I agree with you, Kenya. I'm on your side.
Yes, Kenya, your statement is correct, but the answer is still Henry Ford.
Yeah.
Dang, I protest.
She's playing under protest. Okay, so your second question is, Ben loves a good party. Ben graduated with honors from LaFleur High School in Mobile, Alabama. Go Rattlers! Mobile was the first American location to host what centuries-old festival?
I can lock in.
All right, Bridget is locking in.
I can lock in 100%.
Do we have thunder here? Is this thunder?
Meow meow.
This is meow meow.
I sense a 3, 2, 1.
It's a 3, 2, 1. All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll count. 3, 2, 1.
Mardi Gras.
I would accept two answers. One is Mardi Gras. The other is Carnival.
Both of them.
Yeah, New Orleans was actually the first place to call the festival Mardi Gras. Prior to that, back to the Middle Ages, it was always called Carnival, which I've just learned that 2 days ago.
Cool.
So good job, both teams. And your last question round is in Hall of Fame. In 2019, Ben was inducted into the Trivia Hall of Fame along with his cohorts from Trivial Warfare. Other than this podcast's hosts, name any of the other inductees from that year.
Can we lock in?
Yep.
Sure.
All right. Kenya and Zakhia.
All right, Kenya. I was there, and I cannot remember.
Oh, no!
Driving me crazy.
She was
and
in
I don't
the
know how to. I don't know how to handle this because I remember things.
She was in the room where it happened. The room where it happened.
The messed up thing is that I don't know who, and I keep sending you just names because I'm just like, does anything like trigger anything? Like,
all I remember is like Holtzauer was a big, like a big deal around that time, but I don't think he was an inductee. Oh, I'm going to.
And it's no one like a Ken Jennings or anything like that. I just don't know who. I don't remember seeing the list of who all got in. I just know that the Trivial Warfare got in, but I didn't see the list of who all got in.
See, like, I was in the room. I even went back and I looked at the website to see who had been inducted in the past. I cannot remember. I feel like ripping out my teeth. This is driving me crazy.
She's never been this mad before because she has all of her teeth.
Yeah.
So, for the lack of, like, actually having an answer.
So I guess that goes back to my question. Is it possible it would be someone like a Ken Jennings?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely possible. We can go with Ken. Yeah, you guys.
It's no thunder. I'm just trying to come up with something that's plausible, you know?
Yeah, let's just go with it because you guys are not going to want to see me when I hear this answer. I'm going to have to censor myself. I mute myself. Okay.
All right, Ken Jennings it is.
All right, Josh and Bridget.
Well, so I remember when you all got inducted, and I remember, and I don't know if it was 2018 or 2019, but I remember, of course, Paul Paquette does the announcements for all of the inductees for Trivial Hall of Fame, and he did not know this before, but he was just reading the list. And he had like envelopes or cards. He was going through the cards, and he opened the envelope. And I remember hearing when he announced his own name and the reaction that he had, he was like breaking down in tears on the podcast right here on Trivial Warfare. He was very surprised and honored and shocked. So I know he's in. I just don't remember if it was the same class that you all in 2019 or if Paul was 2018. But we locked in with Paul Paquette. He's definitely in.
All right. Paul Paquette was inducted in 2018.
Darn it.
So the other inductees the year that we were there were Regis Philbin, Kevin Ashman, and Ann Haggerty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the other inductees.
I feel secure knowing I had no chance in hell of getting this right.
Zakia's pulling her teeth out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's got the pliers right now.
Oh my God. There goes a bicuspid.
There goes a bicuspid. Write that one down. There goes a bicuspid.
Yeah. So I remember Paul expressed surprise to us after it was over. He's like, so Regis did have the most votes, but you guys were so close.
Yeah, I remember us joking about, we're here at Trivia Nationals at this announcement. Everyone knows that we're nominated. If we don't win in front of all these people, that's gonna suck.
That's gonna suck bad. So there's only supposed to be 3, but Ashman and Haggerty tied. They literally tied, and so they both ended up in.
Yep. 10 points Ravenclaw.
Ben, if it makes you feel better, I had all the names.
Oh, I know you did. I know you did.
At the end of the 4th round, the score is 95-92. Zakhia and Kenya maintain their lead.
Your 5th round begins with a question in literature.
Literature.
What is the title of Barack Obama's memoirs published last November?
I'm actually really, really mad at myself right now because the last time I was on a Black History episode, Ben asked the title of Michelle Obama's book. And you think I would have pounded all that stuff in my head by now, but no.
And I just realized I misspelled memoirs on my sheet. O before I, except after C.
Memoirs.
I couldn't spell it memoir. I was like, why am I having trouble reading this word? Because it's misspelled. That's why.
Oh, yeah, we'll go ahead and lock in.
I am so mad because I feel like I've watched all the Barack Obama press about this book.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was telling Kenya, I think it's some kind of political phrase, right? So I thought like transfer of power. No, I think the reason why that's in the head because I keep hearing it in the news lately.
Right.
And I thought maybe State of the Union, but that didn't sound good to you.
The thing is, I don't know, and unfortunately, I think for the last few months, I've been in a news kind of not a vacuum, but I've definitely kind of, except for top line stuff, I've really kind of been out of the loop. Maybe the last 5-6 months. So for a book that just came out in November, it's not even present in like my memory palace or whatever.
So I can't even think of like him describing the book, like how it opens at. Did he say that it opens at the end of his presidency, or he's thinking about something? So like it's definitely of. I think of is in the title, so that's why it's State of the Union. Like, oh, okay, that struck something for me.
And just to be clear, I'm not vetoing anything because I don't know.
Okay.
I just don't know. So if something in your gut says that, I'd follow whatever your gut says on this at this point because I can't help you, unfortunately.
Let's go with my. It's not a very a strong, thunderous gut feeling, but we can go with State of the Union.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Josh and Bridget.
So the first thing that came to my mind was something about his father, because I was just looking for books the other day and I saw it and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I haven't heard of that one. I've heard about the new book coming out. And so I spoke with Josh and he, was pretty positive it came out earlier than that. So it might have just been there for association with this book. But yeah, what we locked in with was A Promised Land.
The title for Barack Obama's memoirs was A Promised Land.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had thunder with this because my mom got me this for my birthday.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there you go. Your second question round is in music.
Music.
Who was the primary lead vocalist for the 70s R&B band LTD? And for 1 bonus point each, what do the initials L, T, and D stand for?
So you want to lock in?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's lock in. We're done.
All right. Josh and Bridget?
I have no idea. I need to really brush up on my music, apparently.
Your old people music.
Yeah, I know some good old people music, but I guess it's lacking. So my only logic was like maybe if there's somebody that made it big in the 80s that may have gotten their start in a group, but I can't think of anything, and not any good, what LTD would stand for.
I was thinking learn to dance or love to dance. But then 70s, I had a little early.
Disco.
Keith Sweat, was he in a group? Not 70s.
That might have been a little early.
Just a low.
Nobody.
God. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank as well. LTD.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to pull it, so.
We can at least take a stab at the bonus, I guess.
I think dance is a good, one to throw in there.
Let's go for the name. We could go with Levert. He's OJ, so we could go with some random name. Johnson.
Yeah, Lucky Johnson.
Yeah. So Johnson and...
Love to dance.
Yeah, sure. Love to dance.
All right.
Kenya and Zakhia.
So, speaking of Leverts.
Exactly. We still have Levert on the brain, and we're like, yeah, it could be Eddie Levert. Like, why not? Because, the OJs weren't a thing.
But, I mean, I feel like Gerald Levert was in a couple of groups, right? And his son. And at one point, I think in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, he was in a group called LSG. Levert, Keith Sweat again, and Johnny Gill. My dad has no memory of this group, but guess who remembers? My mom and I. So we were thinking LSG could be like a wink to LTD. So we're like, okay, maybe Leverts, or maybe just have Leverts and Keith Sweat on the brain. So we went with Eddie Levert. And no guess at what the group
our guess at the bonus was Levert.
Oh, that's right.
Levert Thomas Davis, just to throw some names out there.
Okay. So LTD, their biggest hit is probably and what we have is much more than they could see. It's like one of those like family reunion picnic spades type songs.
The spades song.
It's like a spade. It's like something you play in the background, you like throwing big jokers down. Deuce of diamonds. Yeah. That's Black Spades, which is completely different from Spades. It's a completely.
I was just about to say, Deuce of Diamonds ain't winning any books.
Hey, in my house it does.
We don't even play with the Deuce of Diamonds.
The spades, then
Deuce of Diamonds is the third highest spade, bro. I hate to tell you.
The Deuce of Diamonds ain't a spade.
It's bigger.
Yes, it is, Jonathan. Yes, it is.
We always take out the Deuce of Diamonds and the Deuce of Hearts.
Yeah, I'm with Josh.
So you either play Joker, Joker, Deuce, or Joker,
we take
Joker,
Big
Deuce,
Joker, Little
Deuce.
Joker.
No, Big Joker, Little Joker, Deuce of Diamonds, Deuce of Spades, Ace of Spades.
So you
That's
added.
Black
Okay,
Spades.
that's different.
Extra spades. Yes, it is. That's what I said. It's different.
Okay, so you take out the hearts and the clubs then?
We take out the two hearts and the two clubs.
Okay.
All right, so your lead singer is Jeffrey Osborne, and LTD stands for Love, Togetherness, and Devotion. So Josh and Bridget get 1 bonus point.
Yeah.
1 point awarded between the two teams there.
All right. Well, hey, 1 bonus point's meaningful in this game.
Yeah.
Bonus Brigade.
Bonus Brigade with the 1-pointer. That's the rarity.
Your last question of the round is in comedy. In 2019, the Kennedy Center awarded Dave Chappelle what prize? Considered the highest honor that an American comedian can receive. The award is named after a legendary American writer.
We're locked in.
We can lock in.
All right, Bridget, go ahead. Bridget and Josh, go ahead.
I love this special. I think it's really funny. And they do kind of a thing where they like riff on how it's named after Mark Twain and like how funny he was. And yeah, it's really good. It's on Netflix for anybody that hasn't seen it there for his award ceremony. And yeah, Mark Twain Awards.
All right. Kenya and Zakhia.
We probably could have 3-2-1 it because we knew immediately. Yeah, it's definitely the Mark Twain Awards.
All right. Correct answer is Mark Twain. I think Dave Chappelle may be surpassing Richard Pryor as the greatest stand-up comedian ever. I think he's in the conversation at this point.
I strongly disagree.
Oh. I said maybe.
Strongly disagree.
I said maybe.
I love Dave Chappelle, but yeah, no.
Y'all got to settle that on the playground.
Yeah.
At the end of the fifth round, the score is 113 to 105. Bridgette and Josh have retaken the lead.
All right, your sixth round begins with the question in sports.
Sports.
Despite multiple controversies in and out of the octagon, who holds the longest UFC light heavyweight title reign at over 1,500 consecutive days?
Okay, we're locked in.
All right, Bridgette and Josh.
Okay, so, following the standard trivia rule, it's Black History Month episode. I know this guy was controversial, but I'm going to follow standard trivia rule and just answer with Jones.
Okay, so you're locked in with that?
Yes, Jones.
All right, Kenya and Zakhia.
So here's our conversation verbatim. Nope. Also nope. I don't do UFC anything. Johnson? Yes. So we are locking in with Johnson.
Nope. Also nope. I love it.
Correct answer is Johnny Bones Jones. So good job, Josh.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were asked for a first name on that one, but yeah, I knew his last name was Jones. So I can go with his first name.
Second question round is in movies. In Alice Walker's The Color Purple, Squeak is Harpo's new love interest who gets her teeth knocked out by Sophia during a confrontation. What is Squeak's real name? And for 2 bonus points, what actress played Squeak in the 1985 film?
Ben is giving all the love to the bonus brigade today.
Yes,
2
always.
points. Here we go. That's a big 2 points because one team has 2 more points outside of the normal amount than the other team.
Yep.
All right, we're locked in.
All right. Josh and Bridgette.
I haven't seen this movie in so long. And so the only ones that come to mind are Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey. But I don't think it's either one of them. And I can't think of any other faces that seem notable that are coming out to me.
Pretty sure Oprah's Harpo. So that's out.
Well,
goodness.
She was married to Harpo? Who this woman? That's the only reference I have. Whoopi Goldberg was Celie, I'm pretty positive. And so I don't think she would be the new love interest. And I mean, I don't think she would have had another nickname because we only know her as Celie, I think.
Yeah, good point.
Do you want to just say Celie and Whoopi Goldberg since those are only a couple we can kind of put together?
Yeah, that's all we got. So yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, Celie and Whoopi for the bonus. Whoopi Goldberg.
All right. Kenya and Zakhia.
All right.
So I got to throw something out there. First off, my partner got the bonus. My partner's like, it's Reed Chong. She got the actress. We could not come up with a character name. And I had flashbacks to 2 years ago when I was on this show for Black History. And in the final round, the question that knocked us out of the gauntlet was, what was Mr.'s real name from The Color Purple? And I told myself 2 years ago, I need to watch this film again. So now I went ahead and put for myself here. I don't know if you guys, okay, I can't even do this right. But basically my note to myself now is watch The Color Purple, damn it.
Twice on Sundays.
Because I'm like, there's no way I'm getting dinged on this movie twice now. This is becoming like, for Ben, like the...
halogens.
Halogens, yes, thank you. This is becoming like my halogens now. It's like The Color Purple. So So Mikey got me again. So anyway, that being said, we came up with some generic old-timey name, and we said Clara for the character, and the actress is Rae Dawn Chong.
So you did get the actress right. It is Tommy Chong's daughter, Rae Dawn Chong. And Squeak's real name is Mary Agnes.
Oh, wow.
Mary Agnes.
Like, I definitely remember Squeak, and I definitely remember Rae Dawn Chong, because she's one of those people that people stop me, like, you look like Rae Dawn Chong. I'm like, yeah, not really.
It's definitely not a terrible comparison. I mean, she was very pretty.
Yeah, I think she's a pretty woman. I just don't think I look like her. I think they see, like, light skin, skinny, big hair when it's not, like, you know.
Honestly, it's better for you. I got compared to Human Shrek yesterday. I think you're doing all right.
Oh,
that was intense.
That's
all right.
not nice.
It was accurate, though. They did a picture comparison.
It was accurate.
We have the same eyes. It's bad.
Just like Harrison from Atlanta. Like, we have to have relatives in common. There's just no way. All right. Here's your penultimate question, and it is the showdown. I'm going to ask a question that has multiple correct answers. Each team will be given 3 minutes to submit a list of answers. The team with the most correct answers gets 10 points. Any list with an incorrect answer will be disqualified. Try to build the longest list of correct answers. Now, Zakhia and Kenya, you're trailing, so you get to choose between two categories. I have sitcoms or politics.
I'm kind of leaning a little more towards sitcoms.
Okay, let's go with it.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping you'd pick that because the politics question was going to be something related to Kamala Harris, and that's going to be relevant at the next question. Politics was a total highbrow question. Sitcoms is totally lowbrow. So I'm so glad you picked this.
And remember, if you give a wrong answer, you automatically get disqualified.
So here's your question. I have a list of the 9 characters, excluding the eponymous character, played by Martin Lawrence on the TV show Martin.
Oh, shoot.
All right. So build as long a list as you can. And let me start my stopwatch here. Your 3 minutes starts now. All right. 1 minute left. All right. Time is up. Please send me your final answers. Okay. So Josh and Bridget, the list you submitted was Jerome.
End of list.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, because I know he played, I remember a girl with long fingernails and braids, and he played a little boy with really snotty nose. But I don't know their names. I didn't watch the show enough to try to guess. So I just said Jerome. You know, Jerome and Rome in the house. So
look at the white shoes. All right. Kenya Zakhia, your list was Jerome, Shanae, I will not count spelling, and Mama Payne. Those are all correct answers, so you are awarded the 10 points. Great job.
We knew the 3 too, and we couldn't think of his name.
So you had Shanae, you had Mama Payne, Jerome, of course. You had Otis, the security guard. Otis.
That's his name.
My man Otis.
Yep. I'm a rich woman's lover and a poor woman's dream. You have the snotty-nosed kid was Roscoe.
Oh,
that's it.
He also played a terrible karate person named Dragonfly Jones. He used to get beat up all the time. He played a white dude named Bob. He played the black Beach Boy Elroy Preston. Don't y'all know no good? And he played a blaxploitation actor named King Beef.
I don't remember those last two at all.
Yeah, they were mine. They didn't show up a lot.
At the end of the 6th round, going into the gauntlet, it's a close game with the weirdest score ever. The score is 123 for Bridget and Josh to 117 for Kenya and Zakhia. That is a 6-point lead. And Ben, what's the gauntlet category going to be?
The gauntlet category is Speaking of Kamala.
All right, speaking of Kamala, so y'all need to agree upon your wagers, and once you have figured them out, we need you to say our wager is locked in, and then Ben will start the gauntlet.
So my fiance is white, okay? And we watched Boomerang because I've been introducing him to all things culture, right? So we watched Boomerang not too long ago, and we were talking about it, all the different actors and actresses in there because it's a good cast, including Martin Lawrence. And he could not remember the name of the lead actor in Boomerang. He goes, "What's his face? What's his face?" And the words that came out of his mouth made no sense. He said, "I know this isn't right, but Wayne Gretzky." I said, "What?"
Wow. He guessed the whitest possible name.
He really did, to where I shopped a picture of Wayne Gretzky onto the Boomerang poster.
It would have been closer. It would have been closer if he'd have guessed Lil Wayne Gretzky. That would have been closer.
Would have been much closer. Yes.
Our wager is locked in.
We're locked in. Yeah.
Yeah, we're locked in.
Here's your gauntlet questions. And speaking of Kamala, in a controversial move, Kamala Harris will appear on the February 2021 cover of what magazine, casually dressed in her own clothes?
All right, locked in.
We are locked
Locked in.
Okay. Kamala Harris is a professional wrestler who was actually born in Mississippi, but was billed as being from what African country?
Okay, we're locked in.
Bridget and Josh?
We're locked in.
Okay. Here's your final question. Kamala Jean Gopi, Jamaican-born Canadian activist, helped organize a 1986 dinner hosting Archbishop Desmond Tutu in what city? She would later be the target of a police probe in the same city for her promotion of anti-discrimination hiring practices.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that regardless of the final score based on the wagers, both teams will leave today with 1,000 cool points.
Nice.
Those were earned earlier in the game.
Yes, they were.
That's really what I wanted out of this.
I mean, truly, those are redeemable in the hearts and minds of people everywhere.
Yeah.
We're going to lock in.
Okay. Zakhia and Kenya?
Yeah, we are locked in.
So I'll read the questions back. You reveal your answers. Kamala Harris will appear on the February 2021 cover of what magazine? Josh and Bridget, what did you say?
We said Vogue.
Zakhia and Kenya?
We also said Vogue.
Kamala Harris is a pro wrestler billed from what African country? Kenya and Zakhia, what did you say?
We said Zimbabwe because it's fun to say.
Okay. And Josh and Bridget, what did you say?
This seemed to pop in my head, and so we went with Angola.
Okay. And Kamala Jean Gopi organized a dinner hosting Desmond Tutu in what city? Bridget and Josh, what did you say?
We kind of went more the track of Canadian, and with her name, we just thought maybe Quebec, so we went Montreal.
All right. And Zakhia and Kenya, what did you say?
We said Johannesburg.
Okay, so Kamala Harris will appear on the February cover of Vogue magazine in Chuck Taylor's and I think skinny jeans. Kamala Harris is a pro wrestler billed from Uganda. He was the Uganda giant.
Crap. Sorry.
The syllables and the sounds, Angola, Uganda, it was there.
Yeah, you were close. And then Kamala Jean Gopi, she lived in Canada and she hosted Archbishop Desmond Tutu in her hometown, which was Toronto.
Oh,
wow.
All right. So both teams missed it. It's going to come down to wagers here. All right. We'll start with Josh and Bridget since they volunteered to go last. All right. Josh and Bridget, what did you wager?
So we were both thinking, Kamala Harris. We both know quite a bit about Kamala Harris. I was trying to game it out and figure out what they would wager, try to catch us, but not fall behind us. But Bridget made the point. We probably both going to get them all right, which, hindsight, right?
Yeah.
That was a good point. That was a really good point.
But based on Kamala Harris and the, current events, I agreed. And so we went pretty big. We went with a 112.
112. All right. That leaves you with 11. So Kenya and Zakhia, if you wagered more than 106, you will lose. If not, you will be our victors. So what was your wager?
So we reasoned that because Zakhia had some confidence on Kamala Harris, and she's like, I know quite a bit. And I said, that's cool, but Ben is going to try to trip us up. That was my logic. And so I pretty much said, if we both go down, then, if we wager at least 7 points and we get it right and they get it wrong, we'll win. But if we both go down and we wager only 7 and they wager more, we'll still win. So we went 7 points.
Whoa!
Good logic.
So you added a 0 to their final score. The final score is 110 to 11. Kenya and Zakhia are the victors.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
Wow.
Yes, go
What a great
Kenya.
Air high five to my partner.
Yeah, air high five.
That's fantastic. Well played game, everybody. Good job, Ben. Good job, Ben. Well done.
Thanks. So much fun.
All right. Before we go, we like to give everybody a chance to do shout outs and promote causes they care about. Josh, we're going to start with you.
Bridgette, I think you mentioned you're from Alabama earlier.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And of course, Alabama just won the national title in football.
Roll Tide.
Alabama's Roll Tide. I have an Arkansas shirt on, but okay. So Alabama Stadium hosts about 100,000 fans, in a non-COVID environment. In other words, the number of voters who decided, as Alabama's recently elected senator would describe it, all 3 branches of government, quote unquote, the House, the Senate, and the presidency, all of those parts of government were decided by fewer than 100,000 votes in the last election. The presidency was 44,000 votes in 3 states. The House was only 45,000 votes across 6 districts. And the Senate was only 14,000 votes, which is how many more votes Purdue would have needed to avoid a runoff in that election. So you add them all up, it's less than 100,000 votes, since 12,000 of those were from Georgia. I guess the point I'm saying, to be long-winded, is every vote counts. Your vote matters. And to everyone who voted in this last election, thank you for making your voice heard. It was very, very important.
Outstanding. Thank you, Josh. Kenya, you're up.
So I actually just want to throw just a couple of quick things out there. First off, as one viral video says, the pandemic isn't over just because you're over it. So just continue to please be safe, wear your mask, and just, as a community, do what we can for each other so we can get out of this and actually have, a real year of getting together and seeing friends and whatnot, because we've been under lockdown for a while and it gets old. But the other part of that is, I know that a lot of people have lacked socialization and being around people, and human contact is really important. And unfortunately now a lot of people are really struggling with depression. They're struggling with suicide. I've heard of several suicides in the past year. And so I just want to give a shout out to NAMI, the National Alliance for Mental Health. I believe their website is NAMI.org, to reach out to them if you need help. And also the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, 800-273-8255. If you're feeling low, reach out. There's always tomorrow if you allow there to be. I have been that low in my life before, and I don't want to see more people lost because we're just in the middle of, we're in the valley right now, but there are brighter times ahead if you can just hang on, and hang in there. So just giving a shout out to people, just hang in there.
Hell yeah. Totally agree. Thank you, Kenya. Bridgette, you're up.
Really, I just think it's, I encourage a sense of empathy in everyone. I think that's something that could go a long way, especially in today's climate. So, just take a moment. If you're going somewhere, you see someone even online, just kind of take a minute to put yourself in their shoes, and with Black History Month, people of color, and, what our situations might be with things that are going on, just to make sure that, you're not just thinking about yourself and your lived experiences. Everyone goes through a lot of things, and you really have to take that into account when you're saying things online or saying things to people or anything like that. So yeah, just more empathy and be conscious of other people and their feelings.
For sure. Thank you. And Zakhia, we will wrap up with you.
Okay, so I said this last time and I'm going to stick with it. Organ and tissue donation. My mother-in-law's life was just saved in 2020. Throughout all this madness, she was able to get a double lung transplant. So that just it changed her life. It's wonderful when people can share the gift of life. And especially for our delegation, our Black delegation, things like bone marrow matches are hard to come by. So if you want to do it, just consider it. You could save a life.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. All right. Well, that is going to wrap us up. So
For Zakhia, for Bridgette, for Kenya, and for Josh, and for Ben, my name's Jonathan. This has been episode number 308 of Trivial Warfare, where it's not just trivia, it's war. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
I have a parting shot for Zakhia.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Who can host it like me?
I knew that was coming.
Make it last forever.
Thanks for listening to Trivial Warfare. Be sure to check out the revamped TrivialWarfare.com as your one-stop shop to submit questions, join the community, and get access to over 150 archived episodes. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. For help with your podcast, visit propodcastingservices.com.
All right, I'll be right back.
Wow, Bridgette, what did you say?
I told him to leave.
You chased your partner away.
Like,
My
I'm gonna
goodness.
do this on my own.
That is
told him,
rare.
No, I really did not. I couldn't, honestly. But I think we're gonna lock in.
Cool. By the way,
All right.
before they start talking, what the painting in the background over your shoulder? Come on,
All
what's
right.
this about? It
So
looks like a
there-
Napoleon thing, right?
It is. So there is a really cool Instagram page called like Fly Art Productions, and they put rap lyrics over classic paintings, right? And like for the last few years, they've been really like out of business and only runs through Tumblr, and I can't like buy the print. So I made my own. It is lyrics to Nicki Minaj's Super Bass. Somebody please tell them who the FI is over Napoleon. And yeah.
It's literally, so it's an impact looking font, y'all, all caps, over the famous picture of Napoleon, like riding the rearing horse, that painting of Napoleon. And it is like full on directly over it from top to bottom. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
And then
I
I've got
love
a little picture of Aretha Franklin there, and then Diana Ross at Studio 54.
Oh.
Just don't look at the rest of my newly moved into apartment because this is
No,
the
we
only
won't.
put together part. And this
There
is
you
a
go.
blank photo. So
Did you put it together specifically because you knew you were going to be on video today? It's like, I got to get this stuff on the wall today.
no, this is the basically one and only thing I had figured out when I moved in. I was like, I have to have this because I can't do it on my own. So before my parents leave, they have to help me. And
There
then
you
everything
go.
else is still in shambles. So
Oh boy, I know that feeling.